So anything that just sings about werewolves, probably.
Not even that. This one's like
Pure American Werewolf.
talking about Powerwolf. It's a German power metal band. All the singers, although the singer Adeline Dorn is Romanian, they're famous for taking the look of the band members from gothic styles and old vampire myths. So it's just their aesthetics.
It's aesthetic versus even like a sound or a specific lingo of their lyrics.
Looks.
Okay.
A band called Powerwolf. Yeah, they're talking Powerwolf here.
That's what I was going to say. Powerwolf seems like the closest thing to what I was looking for. Anyways, so clearly it's not as cool as I was hoping.
Yeah, it's just a theme. So if you're into the gothic, like actual era, true gothic era, that's
fair. That's fair.
how it'd be. Oh, we're live.
We are live, yeah.
We're talking about stuff, man.
I gotta get my Nightbots out.
Yeah, get them
The
up.
bots. All the bots.
I got my pen. Hey, are we talking Nightingale? I don't know. Who is Nightingale? I got to type this and look this up real quick. Nightingale. I'm going to guess band. Well, that is definitely a band. Swedish rock band from Örebro. Nightingale live. Oh, they began in 1995 as a solo project. Oh, it's a new game with gothic setting, sort of. Okay, so Nightingale game.
Don't worry, Danny. I'm all ready for you in the Conjuring Currency.
Looky there. It's a survival game.
Ooh, that looks cool.
Excuse me.
So this is the one you're talking about. I vaguely remember seeing ads of this actually, like these beasts.
Antler monsters.
Yeah, it makes me think of God. What the fuck is the name of the one from The Witcher? Elysian?
Oh,
is it
yeah,
Elysian?
Elysian.
Looks like that.
That's pretty cool.
Just ever so slightly. Have any of you guys read the Witcher books?
I haven't, but my brother-in-law did. He really loves The Witcher a lot. I just skimmed over information for The Witcher because I was like, I don't have time to read books or play the game, so I'm just going to learn what I can through the internet. And I mean, it's still fucking cool.
I got two of the
my wife.
audiobooks.
I think my wife read them too.
I got two of the audiobooks under my belt. They're pretty good.
No, they are. They're very good. I have heard the translation over to English though is a little rough in some spots for like the storytelling, but like it's still good. It's just some things you run. He said something about like some things you run through. You go, that doesn't really sound correct on saying it, but it's still what you're looking for. I'm like, oh, okay, take your word for it. My wife's family, they're big readers.
I'm getting into audiobooks.
That's good. I mean, you have the ability to listen to audiobooks. I don't. I try to listen to podcasts at work, and all of a sudden I realize I'm not listening, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, sitting in a truck. You got time for books.
That's still nothing. Brittany read 154 books last year.
Jesus Christ. Let's see. Yeah. How many books I got? One book I didn't finish. I just started listening to it for the lulz, but I could not finish it. You guys heard of Necrogoblicon?
Yeah. One of my coworkers is like her favorite band.
Okay. They dropped a self-help book read by John Goblikon.
That's fucking fun.
And I'm like, I just got to listen to this and hear what it's about. It's a money grab. There's no doubt about that. Pretty much the whole gist of it is, like I said, I didn't finish it. The whole gist of it is he was reading like inspirational quotes and then just make like a goblin comment on it. It was funny for the first couple chapters, but then it's like, okay, I get the point.
Yeah.
Done.
This joke got old.
Yep, that was definitely the case for that.
I get it, okay? I get it.
What also I get is we should start this episode.
Yeah.
Hey, you ready to start this, Matt?
Hello and welcome, Magic folk, to episode 221 of This Week in MTG, your aggregate news podcast for all things Magic the Gathering. We're your hosts. I'm Matt. Over there, we got goal-winning, mood-setting Danny.
I don't know about that, but
What?
hi.
He set the energy last night. First goal. I think it's just fair to say it was a minute. You got it fast.
I
It was a minute.
honestly was not watching the clock.
Came out of nowhere.
That other voice
did.
you hear, just
Not dead yet.
not dead yet, just Anthony. Like how I stopped myself to make sure that there was anything written.
And no Big G.
No Big G. He is on parent duty tonight because there are conferences in town.
Yeah.
And I think he's made it clear he's a teacher. So,
If he hasn't, and you don't know this is true,
yeah, now go find him online,
don't do that.
Find
Just
him in real life.
find him in real life at a store.
Yes. And then
Say
tell
hi
him
to us.
something. We're glad that you decided to join us. Going to take a moment here at the top of the episode to thank you guys for that. We're grateful for the opportunity to bring you the latest updates, insights, and discussion from the world of Magic each week. Here's to many more episodes of shared excitement and community in the realm of Magic the Gathering. Furthermore, we'd like to express our deep appreciation to the Patreons of this podcast. Their generous monetary support directly contributes to the success and continued growth of this show. Thank you for being an integral part of the podcasting journey for us and for helping us bring the magic to life with each episode. So big thank you to Amelia Fox, Noah, Slade, Nikki, No Modifier, Christian, Bera, KCB, Ricky R, Chris O, Ranger Dan, Crazy Mage, and Whack P. Thank you to each and every one of you. If you are entertained by or are enjoying the content that we are producing, you don't have to be a Patreon to support us. Going to the podcast app that you're using right now to rate and review us helps us tremendously. It raises us up in the charts for other Magic players to find. One of my favorite ways, though, is just by word of mouth, telling your LGS rival. Telling your grandma about us. Your cat, even. Tell your cat.
Tell your cats.
Cats listen
They're
to the
not
podcast.
going to listen anyway.
They will low-key not listen because they're at home all day. They're going to be listening to a podcast. They're going to be telling your Alexa to play This Week in MTG.
True.
So tell your cat.
They just might. You never know.
And we would be remiss if we didn't mention our LGS sponsor, JDub Sports Cards and Gaming. So let's hear an ad from them now.
Oh man, that was really funny from last week. I put Chat GPT, whatever, on my phone.
Oh, you downloaded the app?
I downloaded the app, and then I immediately got very angry at it because I forgot that we had talked about how it only has like a certain level of knowledge, and I kept asking it questions.
For Magic?
Yeah, and I finally asked it, and I was like, "Oh, that's right. Fuck you. I'm sorry." And I'm like, "Oh, whatever."
Oh. Should we have a little fun moment here?
One fun moment. Then we gotta continue.
One fun moment. Let's see if we can do it.
Amazon, shut up.
Can you give me a good welcome back to an episode of a podcast that we just took from an ad break? Give us a little welcome back from an ad break.
Hey there, welcome back. We hope you enjoyed that short break. Now, let's dive back into the good stuff. Ready for some more podcast goodness? Let's roll.
Oh, my
Told you just wanted
God.
something short and fun.
So silly.
Anyway.
Thank you, J-Dubs, for supporting us. Now, with all that podcast business out of the way, let's move to this episode's breakdown where you will hear what you're going to hear on this week's episode. Starting off, we're going to go over to the Boggle Desk with a Salt and Sugar report by me. Oh.
No, I'm just gonna do the event stuff
Oh, yeah.
for the Boggle Desk.
Yes, and then we're going to pass the torch over to Anthony here, where he's going to be talking about an RCQ, Paradox events and stuff, local stuff. We're going to touch on some other events in Minneapolis.
And I'll do the wonderful dishonor of not being as good as Garrett.
Then we'll jump into the news, starting off with something cool that came out of MagicCon Minneapolis. I don't know, did you guys see any of that?
I didn't get to read it yet.
Okay. And then updates with Alchemy and stuff, and then we're going to talk pricing on some cards, and then we'll move to the Conjured Currency, where we'll play everyone's favorite game, the Conjured Currency. And this week, was it decided it's Danny that's taking it?
This is Danny's catch-up week, so
This
that
is Danny's
way
catch-up week.
next
Yeah.
week we start with you, me, Garrett, and then Danny, and we're all on the same page.
Okay. As best as possible until Danny's gone playing pool again.
Or something else.
I see that smile.
Yeah, because I'm gone.
17th and 23rd, you said?
Danny, you just have to have enough
18th
points.
and 25th.
You just
18th and
have to
25th.
have enough points to be ahead of Matt. That's all that matters.
Already am.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well, this is where you get to have those off weeks then.
No, that's the case. I am at 1.6. Danny's at a
Hey-o.
solid 2.6.
Hey,
Danny's at a solid 2.
We'll cover the points when we get to the
We'll
game.
cover
Don't
the
worry
points.
about it right now.
Matt's salty. I caught up to him.
One chance, one shot. I mean, I'm not surprised. Danny got good luck.
All right, yeah.
So, starting off, Boggle Desk, Salt and Sugar Report.
What? No podcast updates?
No.
No, we'll have something for you next week's show because we're gonna have no. Sorry, 2 weeks, right? When Dan's not here on the 18th, we'll have something then because we have our Commander League stuff. We'll have some updates from that.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, the 18th episode for the 18th will be one that will tell you about that. So because originally it was going to be possible this weekend, but then too many people were like, no, we can't. So sugar and salt us up, baby.
Got you with that. So,
Move along.
Sorry.
So as always, we're playing some Saturday Night Magic on the Discord. I was in a pod with Big G and Chris from New York.
I would have been there, but like I said before, my boy didn't want to go to bed right away, and I was recouping from being ill and the fact that I got too tired. And like Matt said, I old man again.
You're a chicken. You just didn't want to. I mean, old man, yeah.
Shut up! I would have slapped the shit out of you boys if I could.
So I don't remember too much of the details and stuff. It was a fun game. The biggest point of it. So we had Chris O playing. What's the pirates that came out?
Oh, the new pirate guy.
That's proliferating and populating. It
Yeah.
makes you think.
Anyways, I'll
it's a
find the name for it.
Saltai guy.
Yeah.
He was playing that. Slightly upgraded precon. I was playing my janky Abzan Infect, which is Kamal, Heart of Krosa, and Ravos Soul Tender. And Garrett was playing his Hack'em, the Boros guy with the heal.
Oh, yeah.
His Azorius deck, or not his Boros deck with
Yeah.
equipment and stuff.
Akeem of Etros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing was kicking ass. So
I'm glad it was a good thing I gave it to him for an idea.
game started off in Chris's favor. He tossed down a Chasm Skalker and it got to the point where it was a 12-12, and it was dealing a lot of damage. And I'm like, hey, well, I don't want to. I had a card in hand, Elspeth Conquers Death, and I'm like, okay, well, this will take care of that. Garrett had a Sword of War and Peace on the field because he cast Feast and Famine afterwards. So he had a sword, and it was Chasm Stalker were like my two best options. And I'm like, well, if the Chasm Stalker dies, there's going to be a lot of squiddies with that. So I ECD'd that to open the board. And pretty much from there, Garrett started to kick everyone's teeth in. He had a 3/3 beast from Chris O because he blew up one of the swords. It wasn't, I think it was Feast and Famine that he blew up, but he had like 4 other swords that gave that beast pro everything. Etch Champion, and he was just stacked up with all the Boros equipment-y good stuff there. And I was able at one point to get Garrett with 1 poison counter. And Chris O was proliferating the fuck out of that. I only did 1 point of poison damage, but Chris got him up to 7 by the time that the decision for Garrett to kill either one of us, because he was strong enough, he was like, okay, I can either kill Chris or I can kill Matt. And at this point of the game, my board state did not look the best. I had Phyrexian Arena, In Search of Greatness, and a Skrell's Hive, and like 2 creatures on the board. He had he could have swung and killed me. Both of our life totals were low, and he decided to go to Chris because he's like, I think I could take on Matt. And it was pretty much from there that I drew the Phyrexian Outbreak card. It's the board wipe of 2 and a black. An opponent gets a poison counter, then all creatures opponents control get -X equal to the poison counters on them.
Oh, yeah. Chris's dude's name is Xavier Sal, Infested Captain.
There we go. And I cast that, which kills his creatures, aside from his tapped sword one, because it was a 9-power creature, and he had 8 poison counters on it. But I was able then to go in and swing with my 3 toxic creatures for the win. And the gist of that is Garrett broke the golden rule of a EDH pod with Matt in it you kill Matt first.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm fine with holding that title. And Garrett broke it. He broke the golden rule. You always kill Matt first in a pod. Danny, ain't that right?
People don't let me.
People don't let me kill him. Well, you play group hubs. That's what happens. Other people
When
do
I
it.
stopped playing group hogs, everyone's like, "Nope, your deck's too powerful. I gotta kill you first."
I do love your Rift deck.
I know. It's a pretty good deck.
It gets so explosive. It's like
Well, it's tokens, man. That's what it does.
It's so good.
What's the other deck that you played the other night that we were playing? Cisse, right?
Yeah, it's Sisei Legend. Or did you change it to Joda? Or is Joda in the 99?
It's Cisse.
Okay.
Joda's not in it.
Cisse is pretty good. I like that deck too. Danny has more decks. It's just like he pulls something out when he didn't have his other two, and I was just like, "Wait, you have more decks?" And he's like, "Well, yeah." And I'm like,
I don't like making people cry
Yeah,
that often.
I think I have 12 different decks.
I just wish you'd play more of them because I like seeing the mind. Of
I think the one
Danny
deck
thinks
that
about.
you saw was Eladami.
Yeah.
Eladami.
yeah, that one too.
Elf. Yep.
I saw that one.
And
So
then
I've
my
seen-
Ubin's missing 6 lands.
So I've seen
someone
2 of
else.
your decks that are not Rift or Kenrith.
Yeah, I have. So Rith was the first. Cisse was number 3. I have Brimez, the Precon. Ubin, which was a Precon, but it was constructed differently. Who else do I have? I'll have to look that up. I'll get back to you.
He needs to know. Anything else you have for Salt and Sugar before we're done with this?
Little life sugar here, as
Oh.
as mentioned in the opening. Danny, he set the energy for our hockey game that we played.
I did nothing.
You fucking got that.
I
you got
did
the first,
nothing.
Got the first goal,
Did
and
nothing.
we
Oh my God.
set the energy for the rest of our team. We won that game last night, and it was awesome. It was a great game played for all of us. So yeah, if there's
See,
any,
it was not me. Oh, I also have a Zerd the Enchanter.
oh, that's right, you do. That's your deck.
That's
It's
the
dirty.
deck.
That's-
If I want to win, I just pull it out
that-
and I win.
That's the dirty deck.
And then I put it back.
But
You
yeah,
should
that's it.
never feel shame in wanting to win once in a while.
Yeah, but no, that's why
I mean-
I get my win, then he goes away.
He likes to get his cheeky wins of making us draw our library with Force Fruitions or Folio of Fancy or whatever that one is.
Yeah, Folio's fancy.
Yeah, okay.
I just like being the Arch Enemy. Everyone has to kill me. That's a fine thing. If I bring you all together as one, that just means I did my job. I'm a threat. But I suppose we
But
should probably...
you didn't want to be a threat the other 2 weeks.
I know. Listen, I'm going to... If I'm not out of town this Saturday, I'll be on.
I'm going to be out of town this Saturday.
Yeah, well, it's not about you being on. It's about me being on, okay? I've been off twice now.
Should we take bets to see if you're going to fall asleep first?
This is if I'm in town. If I'm not out of town on Saturday night,
Yeah.
I'm
And
gonna
if
be
you're
on.
in town, I'm
What-
saying you're going
what-
to fall asleep.
What's your bet then? What do you want?
A boosty. I play boosty of MKM.
Deal.
Okay.
And once again, this is only if I'm not out of town. If I fall asleep
I'll-
do not jump on for the pod, yeah, I'll play boosty.
I'll be looking for you.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
But
Oh,
you
you
ready to take it
won't.
away at the Boggle Desk?
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's take it away for some sweet upcoming events, All right. So this
No,
one is,
hold on. You want to talk about an event result here?
well, I'm getting there. This is the past event result first. Right?
Oh, I see what you said
know.
upcoming. Did you? Or am I missing?
I know. I said upcoming events and stuff. And stuff.
Okay. You do your thing, boo.
Yeah. All right. Dishonoring Garrett. No problem. So we're starting off with a past event that happened in Bismarck for an RCQ standard. This past Saturday, I'd hopefully assume, of course.
Yeah, there's unfortunately no link for this.
That's okay. We don't need a link. There are 17 competitors there. We have a first through 8 for the top 8 situation. We got Caleb Weir, who is playing Golgari mid-range deck. We have good old Dylan Lee that we know from town here playing Esper mid-range. Noah Rhodes playing Golgari mid-range. Cody Anderson playing mono red aggro. Brian Weber, who is also playing mono red aggro. Mason Weed coming in with that old Demir mid-range. We have Tyler Berger playing Simic Cookies. That would have been interesting to see that deck. And then we had Robbie Montgomery playing Mono Blue Tempo. Also, would have been interesting to see that deck too, I bet. So, good for you guys that we know from the Fargo area, also Midwestern area. Yeah, made it work with 17 people. So that's not bad.
It's going to show that
Standard's not dead.
Standard's a really good format. You hear a lot of good things about it. The 75K at Chicago had good results. Everyone was saying, it's a balanced format right now.
Yeah, no, that's good.
It's just too expensive to keep up with.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, if we're looking at the price of a modern deck compared to these standard decks,
But the modern decks you can play for a lot longer than you can for standard.
That's true.
That is the truth.
You can play it a lot longer.
Like you can invest into a modern deck. You can't invest into a standard because you're never gonna get your money out.
So yes, kids, when you get older, modern will be like investing into a house. So there you go.
Basically, already is.
Yeah.
That is official advice from Anthony himself.
But speaking of investments, are either of you invested in Shiba Coin?
No.
Don't laugh at me.
What is this?
I'm not laughing.
So it's
Is this another like
it's
tech
a
currency
Bitcoin,
thing?
yeah, but
Okay.
it's been out for a while.
So it goes like Doge was the meme one. Shiba came after that.
Shiba was the meme of Doge.
Yes.
Doge.
But anyway, it's
Are you investing some right now?
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
As he's looking this up, the last I remember, I think it was like a millionth of a cent is what it was worth last time I saw it. Like shortly after.
It's 4 to the 5th decimal. So 4 zeros and a 4. That's what it's at right now.
So is that 100?
It's currently it's up 90% as of today.
Wow, what caused that?
Whales.
The
Oh,
whales.
there's no like
There's whales
people
moving.
speculating in the reason why.
Well, it's Ethereum's going up, and this is on an Ethereum blockchain, so it's just.
Oh, okay.
But it's also just whales. Apparently, there's whales that are trying to short it, so there's more whales putting money into it, which is jacking the price up.
So what you're saying is, Matt and I need to buy some so we can get some dough.
Yeah, if you want.
Do you have a Weeble link for us to use? Hashtag
Weeble?
Hashtag not spawn.
Just download crypto.com and buy it from there.
Clearly, this week in MTG, we're now talking about cryptocurrency.
Yep.
let's be
Just give
very-
me a heads up.
This week in cryptocurrency.
Let's be very careful about that. We saw what happened with FTX there, and I know LSV and Marshall were very, very upset about that sponsorship there.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about some upcoming events then. We'll get back to this later.
You can cut that out. I don't care.
Nah. We're right. We have some Paradox events. Standard Showdowns will be on Tuesday nights starting at 6:30 p.m. They have a Commander night also on Tuesday starting at 5 p.m. You'll have your F&M Classics, which are Modern, Draft, and Commander, starting at 5 p.m. for Commander. 6:15 is the preliminary start for Modern and Draft. Follow Commander Launch Party at 6 p.m. Every participant using a Fallout deck will receive a promo War Room. So this is coming this Friday.
Correct. I'll highlight, exclamation point on this is it's free to enter.
For the Fallout one?
Yeah, for the Fallout one. You get
It's not in my notes, Matt.
you get extra rewards if you have one of the Fallout decks, so you got to like buy a Fallout deck. It's free to enter. You could just bring your own deck. But
Yeah.
if you buy a Fallout deck, then you can get a couple more perks. I think they got something there. If you're playing a Fallout deck, there's something.
Yeah.
So.
So that's pretty cool. J-Dubs events for this weekend coming.
Oh, it says it right there. The ones using the Fallout deck get the War Room. Not every participant gets the War Room.
Yeah, I just said that.
Yeah, I know. I was just
Jesus, Matt.
being stupid. If you have to Fallout, you gotta
You
buy.
have to, but yes, you have to use one of the precons
Yes.
to get the War Room at this event.
Yes.
If you really want that War Room.
Otherwise, it's free to enter.
Otherwise, you just buy it in the secondary market.
Yes.
If that's a big deal, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, J-Dubs events. Standard Showdown, Tuesday night starting at 6. Commander night starting at 6 on Thursdays. F&M, Standard and Commander starting at 6:30 p.m. Modern League is at noon on Saturdays. Legacy, noon on Sunday.
With those Standard Showdown events, remember, they got the badass Omen Path promos and stuff.
Oh, yeah, for the lands.
Yeah, Omen Path lands.
Because they're the first. It was the first of the first showdown of the season was the special card, right?
Yeah, the Sarkon and the
Year of the Dragon stuff.
Dragon Servants.
Yeah.
Those were while supplies last. They have a deeper pool of the Omen Path full art lands here. So
Continue out through the whole thing. Yeah.
if you want some of that, that's where you get the playing the Standard Showdown. I think Casey Casey's a fan of the Standard Showdown, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I want to get to one of these days too.
it's a Tuesday night. I'm never going to be able to make it.
I might be able to make it. I don't know.
I mean, if they could keep going, like as soon as my wife graduates her school, then there's a chance and her schedule changes. But right now,
I mean, we also have to make it back to a Thursday night at J-Dubs too, and we haven't done that either.
same thing there. My wife has school.
Yeah, I'm just busy usually. Also, we have some events at Ultimate Gaming. They have their Oathbreaker pods Monday starting at 6 p.m. We will never make it to unless we decide to take the show on the road. Commander Night on Wednesday starting at 6 p.m., which, as we mentioned before, you'll see a Mew there.
And Mew likes to go there
So, say hi to him for us.
and play against his Wyland deck. Wyland? It's the Boros equipment guy from, not Boulder's Gate, originally FR?
Ooh.
But also ask for his Light Pause deck.
Yeah, Light Pause. And his
Light
new
Pause.
Aegir's Cost deck, too.
Yeah.
His mono white one. That one is spicy. Also, they have for their F&M night is Pioneer and Commander, starting at 6 p.m. Little Big Wars. What's up with that? Just stop by and do some drafting and other things that they have usually.
I guess.
I mean, I don't have
Rep-
much else for them. I
Rep-
mean, they
rep-
are.
Rep local, I'd say.
Well, yeah, we rep the local. That's what we do. It's okay. So, you know.
I think it's missed here. Paradox is having a standard, not a showdown. Wait, no. Yeah, they got a standard, not a standard showdown. There's a standard store championship this Saturday, and they.
Oh, that's right. We don't have that in here.
Yeah,
that's what we forgot about. Yeah, because that's the
Good job, Garrett.
that's the
that has the cool promos where
Yep, which-
winner gets the
it's the borderless Dothy
textless
borderless textless
Delphi Voidwalker.
Dothy Voidwalker,
And depending on if you're a WPM premium store, it has that store's name in the bottom left-hand corner.
and that is only on the non-foil.
Yes.
So if you want the foil one, get second place.
Yep. And
Which
then-
is such a weird thing.
yeah, and they got
Otherwise,
for their
they also have
Angel of Despair.
Angel of Despair and Mortify.
Yes.
So I don't know what the participants thing is.
On
Angel of Despair.
Mortified promo card.
So Mortify is the promo.
promo.
Top
Angel-
8 is the Angel of Despair, and then it'll be Dothy for 1 and 2.
Yep.
So, which
Most
that Dothy
WPN
Voidwalker
stores.
looks pretty sick.
It does look pretty sick. That's going to be a very premium one because Dothy is definitely a card that still gets played. So
yeah.
check your,
So, I have it pulled up.
Thanks,
So
Danny.
it's Saturday, March 9th, and at noon. Entry was $24.99. Now is $19.99. Format Swiss rounds. Prizes. First place gets 6 Murder Collector boosters. Second gets 4 Murders Collector boosters. Third and fourth get 3. Fifth through eighth get 5. All other records get 2. Additional prizes. First place, you have the 1 Dolphy Voidwalker Paradox Comics named promo card plus 1 foil Dothy Voidwalker. First through eighth, I'm pretty sure that's meant to be second. You get 1 Angel of Despair Paradox proxy comics named proxy card, a foil Angel of Despair promo card,
yeah.
and participation. You
Mortified.
get 1 Mortified promo card. All this builds up to our greatest store champs yet.
and again,
So
this is-
first place gets both Dothys then? Did it say
I'm
that?
looking through comments to see.
Okay. Either way, there's a Dothy on the line here, and they are a WPN store, so they
Yeah.
do have one if you
Check-
want to try to get that.
yeah, check your local stores for that
And
because
that's-
this would be a fun event.
And
they're
that's
really
a standard event?
standard.
That'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
If I wasn't busy with like other things in my life, I'd totally be hitting these up.
If you weren't busy sleeping.
Yeah, so the
Listen,
Dothy's
I'm
only
old,
for
man.
first.
I'm old.
So you get Dothy if you get first, and then apparently you get another Angel of Despair along with it.
So you have both Dothys if you get first.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if that's, well, in the past it hadn't been always like that, but whatever. Casey says standard's fun, yeah. We know, Casey. We know. We're just older dudes that like to play Eternal format stuff.
Oh,
Known as Commander and Modern. Sniffles.
Yeah, well, it's because you get the Paradox card, which is not foil, and then you get a foil one.
Okay.
So you get the flat one, and then you get the Pringle.
They must have.
Well, it's already freaking.
Yeah, you can see.
It's Pringling in the.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
The photos.
The
so it's
foils
like-
are just going to happen to be that way. That's okay. There's ways to get rid of that Pringles. Just got to smash with an old encyclopedia. If you kids remember what those are. But anyways, yeah. So repping Little Big Wars. Make sure you stop by there if you want to do just the draft stuff. We're still not sure of their schedule ever because none of us go there. I haven't been there in like over 2 years, so sorry. But they're a cool store. Still, I will say one thing on a side note for that. When Neon Dynasty came out, and I was like hunting for Tezzerets then.
Yep.
I was in that store, and then that's where I bought my Blightsteel Colossus figurine
Yeah.
that you can paint and stuff and everything.
Yep.
Which, I mean, one day I might just do that.
It was the Double Masters like pose, right? The Double
I
Masters.
think
Blightsteel?
it kind of was, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I bought that, and I was like, "Oh, that's right. They have all this cool miniature stuff in here." And I was like looking around and everything. I'm like, if only I had more time and a lot more money, I'd totally play some Warhammer too. But I don't have that. So, all right. And the other big thing that if people in the Discord have been looking at and checking out, Garrett's pretty excited about this because he got approval. We got a NRG Series 10K Showdown for Modern in Minneapolis on 4/20. Giggity.
There's going to be a lot of that going on, too.
Oh, yeah. Starting at 9 a.m. Anyway, so this is a modern tabletop format tournament. There are limited seats. You have to get yourself a seat if you want. As of right now, there are 13 spots taken out of the 300 total. So register.
Good news also. I might be going to that as well.
Motherfucker. I can't go.
Also, we might have a friend that went down to MagicCon Minneapolis, Brandon.
Oh, yeah.
He wants to come up for that one as well.
Good.
So
I will try and make it to another one later.
I can't
because
go.
I can't go either. That is my
No, it's
wife slash other in-laws birthday weekend stuff. So
celebrate at NRG.
That's fine. I'm going to Vegas next weekend anyway.
listen, I may not have been dead yet, but I definitely would be in the fucking ground dredged out hard. So no.
Would you consider yourself a stinkweed imp or a
Dredge.
grave troll?
I would probably put myself more as like
Dead.
A moss hound?
no.
Dead.
Trying to the thug, Golgari Rot Thug or whatever it is. Or the Shambler, I'm just kind of in the middle.
To be dead.
But I'd be dead. I wouldn't be used for much else. I'm not that good for a graveyard cry.
You'd be ousted.
All right, yeah, but so the dates are for this. Like I said, it is the 20th of April. It says start at 9 a.m. Get your seats. Entry fee is $70 plus $6.43, which I'm guessing is like the tax and stuff or whatever for it. So you're looking at like an $80 entry fee, which that's fine, whatever. Make sure you get your
It's
travel.
10K. Or is that the 15K?
No, this is the 10K. This is
Okay.
all 10K.
Okay. No, Legacy's 15, I thought.
Yeah, there's a Lacey 15K.
No. Legacy 5K Legacy.
Oh, is it 5K? Oh, sorry. 5K Legacy trial.
It's a
$15,000
dollar
for
weekend.
Weekend, yeah, sorry.
$15,000 prizes for all the events.
But yeah, it is at the Intercontinental St. Paul Riverfront Convention Center area there, if you need to know. Yeah, just check it out. I mean, like we said, it's a pre-register for both events through MTG Melee. Limited on-site registration is available. This event caps at 300 people. On-site registration will be available as space permits and will cost $5 more than your pre-register rate. Also, hotel room block information is to be announced since we're not that close yet. There's also some vendors and special guests, which we haven't had any of that yet either, but we'll cover that when we get closer as well. And then we've already talked about your main event information. There will be a list of side events that you can check out through the site here, and they also still are following their COVID-19 policy, so read up on that as well. But yeah, this should be a very exciting thing, and I've already offered my services if people would like, of you and Garrett. I don't think anyone else that'd be going really needs help because most people play more than we do. But I can build a good number of the modern decks, so if there's something you guys want to test against with your stuff, let me know. I'll definitely help out with that. So, if that's kosher with you, Matt.
I don't know why I got to ask if that's kosher with me. That's your
Because
call. You're the one offering to play Magic with people.
I know, exactly, right? So, there's that. And then we also have a very important upcoming event that we really need. I need to stop leaning away from the mic to look left.
You do.
I'm stupid. Sorry.
Adjust your mic, sir.
I'm trying to. It's hard to read with a computer. I'm not used to this right now. I'm a professional podcaster. I can't do this right.
You're not professional right now.
I'm so unprofessional. Anyways, another upcoming event that we got from our card father, Nomad. We have the Spring Brawl event by This Week in MTG in the Discord community. This will be starting March 15th.
Next Wednesday.
Yep, next Wednesday. There is no entry fee. So
We?
you should, free fitty, man. You should play. Please, everyone listening, you need to come play. They're a lot of fun.
What do you do to play?
Well, first off, you got to have arena. You got to jump in the Discord and let us know. Danny hates arena, but that's okay. That's one time Danny will play on there.
Yep.
But you got to jump in the Discord channel for this.
Honestly, you should.
You
be
got to
playing
let
this, you should
Nomad and Garrett know you want to play.
You should be playing this event just to see Danny play on Arena.
You should definitely. It is open to all Discord members on MTG Arena. Historic Brawl is our format of choice. So not Standard Brawl. It's Historic Brawl.
It's almost like Danny is the groundhog for Arena.
Kind of is. It is a best of one round robin. Round robin.
Rabbit.
Wabbits, man. Now we got to talk about rabbits and everything else. Challenge matches, random prizes, and then prizes announced on April 1st at our special link tree there that we got for you. This is huge. You also, you don't have to have one deck to play the whole time, right? You can play different decks for each one. So you get to choose what decks you want to play for each rounds that you play against everybody. It is at your pace. It is just messaging people through the Discord or through Arena. If you see them on, be like, hey, you want to get your game done quick? This is also an event that all four of us play, so you get a chance to try to beat us if you think you're good enough.
It's not that hard.
Don't worry, Anthony will fall asleep mid-game.
Shut up.
Matt will forget that he has a game with you, so
It's
all
true.
right.
Matt will forget. He'll walk away. He'll be like, why does he keep roping? I don't understand this shit. So, so, point is, though, I'll tell you right now, I built some extra spicy brews that I got, so I'm just saying, I'm going to lay some slap on some people this time around.
Nope.
I'm going to be grinding for some wild cards here to finish, to adjust two of my decks.
Yeah, I got about 5 decks right now. I'll probably, for this event, I'm assuming I'll end up somewhere around 10. So, I got some stuff I want to try out and play around with because I got a lot of cool things. So, it's free. Come play. And also, if you want to hang out and chat with us too, like, we even will probably stream it through Discord too, so people want to just watch if there's like a weekend night. Who knows? Maybe we'll even give up one of our pod weekends just to do this because it's fucking cool. I mean, I probably wouldn't. It'd be fun. So, and then to finish it off for our last upcoming event, we have a Legacy and CEDH weekend up in Minot, North Dakota. I hope we all can find this out, but it'll be April 20th and 21st. So on the 20th, that Saturday, there's a Legacy Swiss cut to top 4-8, depending on attendance. Deck list will be required. Starts at 1 p.m. $40 entry fee. Guaranteed first place gets $400 cash prize or $500 store credit. Remaining prize will be based on attendance. Then you have the 21st, that's Sunday. There'll be CEDH event, 11 a.m. start time, $25 entry fee. First place guaranteed $250 cash, $325 store credit, and then all other entry fees will create the remaining support prizes. And I see that Garrett didn't put down the store that this is at in Minot, but I would assume it's probably the big store in Minot.
I think doesn't J-Dubs have a relationship with the Minot store for their Tri-City Legacy events?
I think they do. I don't know the store, though,
I can't
because
remember
I'm not normally doing this stuff, so I don't have to think about it.
I think
Chaos?
there, maybe?
Might be chaos. So,
Remember, this is an actual event.
yes.
Don't, telling the truth.
Be honest. Don't be a douche. Play the game fair. Also, remember this is
Tiny edges, $400 on the line.
it's going to be some pretty real stuff. So also don't
Yeah.
Don't be a
it's-
dick.
It's at Chaos.
Okay, it's at Chaos.
Confirmed.
It's at Chaos. It's been confirmed. But yeah, just make sure like this. I guess the way I could explain it from like all the heavy events I've ever played before, it's just play and be respectful. Don't read in too much to your opponent on like certain things because like they're playing to win.
You don't want to be the next week's Twitter Discord.
No, you don't want to be that. But if you find a guy that's kind of nice to talk to while you're playing, that's okay. But just remember, he might not talk to you back until after it's done. But it's a play to win thing. That's how it is. So that's all we got for events. We should probably head over to the news.
The news. This first one is very interesting. It's more of like highlighting kind of a rare and oddity now in Magic the Gathering. According to Dextro, ultra rare MTG Secret Lair prize cards found on sale for $400,000 at MagicCon Chicago.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts. Only 4 copies.
Yeah, only 4 copies. And these are the brainstorms that came from the Secret Lair Showdown, that there are only 4 made. They went to all 4 winners of last year's Secret Lair Showdowns that happened in Philly, Minneapolis, Worlds, and I can't remember the other one that was like midsummer.
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
There we go.
Yeah.
Each one of them got paid for those cards, and honestly,
Well, I mean, there's only 4 copies exist. Why wouldn't you sell it?
and roughly if the numbers fair out, like if the
Yeah.
store that got it, that's $100K payout
Well, if they
to
got that.
each card. Yeah, if they got
Worst
that. Let's say
case scenario.
It's probably like 75,000.
I was gonna
Still,
say worst case
75,000?
scenario, $75K for a card is not that bad.
that is not that bad. Not Post Malone money or anything, but like that.
Hey, it feels your gameplay. That's for sure.
Yeah. So one store, one vendor had that at their booth. This was seen on Reddit. So Magic is no stranger to issuing limited cards at tournaments since events. The Secret Lair Showdown has fostered this as well. Has the popular card. One fan wandering the merchant booths found all 4 brainstorms that were handed out to the winners on the first showdown on sale. It's a scarce find, and only 4 were ever printed. Priced as a set for $400,000. They're not selling them individually.
I would hope not. That's cool though.
Yeah, that is a wild thing. Just like, goddamn.
I mean, there's a part of me like for this that I'm like minorly shocked that all 4 of them that are already bought up. But then again, like whoever won those, like they're not like, how do I put it? They're clearly professional players in the sense of like they do this for their thing. That won, like majority of them that won them, but like it's not like these are pro tour type guys. Because like if a pro tour type guy would have got one of these, they probably would hold on to it for a while and be like, "Oh, it's really cool," and then sell it later, right?
Oh no.
So like it's the level of like, is it like professional grinders? Like I just don't know. I mean, it's cool. I think it's great they got their money for it. I think it's great for everything what it is. I think it's really great the store actually did the legwork to get all 4 of them.
Well, as a
to
vendor
make a play set. So
my question my question, thought, speculation. This is going off of what we saw down in MagicCon Minneapolis last year.
Yeah.
Is that there were vendors that had their buy lists.
They
and
hunt.
They had the Regavan from the Secret Lair Showdown and stuff that they were trying to buy, a variety of them. So I would not be surprised if after the event or shortly after, like during the event, they like gave their number to these people. It's like, we want.
If
these
you're
cards.
interested in selling, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll buy.
Yeah, and the fact that each one of them they must have like did the whole, I'm gonna write a number on a piece of paper for you, slide it across
well,
the
they had
table.
to. I mean, you're going to. It's just going to be what it is. But like, yeah, like I said, I don't know. It's just like when we're talking about cards worth a lot of fucking money. My thing that gets me sometimes is like, it's always the thing of like, would you keep it or would you sell it? It's the same thing we talked about last summer with the whole One Ring. Now, all of us that work on the podcast here, we would sell it because we're all average Joes.
We're poor motherfuckers.
And we have families and we have a thing beyond that. But like for other people,
we have mortgages.
But other people though, like
I don't.
yeah, he rents. Okay, there's a difference. He's clearly winning right now. He's not that
No.
much of in debt with like we are, with our old houses and stuff that we got.
Yeah, but you you have equity. I don't.
It's true. It's very fair. Okay. Don't worry, Danny. The market's going to change. You'll have to jump into it with us. Jump in the pool, man. It's okay.
It's
Feel
probably
safe.
not changing anytime soon.
Well, I didn't say like right now. Anyways, but yeah, so like there's that. But like I said, like I just want to know like who are the people that won these? Like, are they just professional grinders and stuff? Because like
We can look it up.
Well-
all that stuff was
I know.
published information.
I think it's either way. It's cool. It's really cool that it.
Well, you have to be a grinder to get through
Well,
any of
all these
those.
showdown things, yeah. I mean, Wade did a couple of those too, and get some Regavons. And he's got a couple. I mean, that's good for him too. But like, just tell you, it's very interesting in my opinion on like just what it all is. I think it's cool. I think it's great. But yeah, you're probably right, Matt. It probably was a simple thing of they were hunting them, so like they definitely were getting a hold of these people after they found out who won and been like, hey, we'll offer you this. What do you think?
Isara was the first one that won at Philly last year. Nope, that is World's winner. But-
Worlds.
Yeah.
Worlds. We're talking worlds.
But yeah. So, how soon do you think it will be until Post Malone starts playing Legacy and picks these up?
I mean,
It's not even that. It's
I don't know.
honestly he's more of a collector than Legacy, so he wouldn't play Legacy. If
Also,
anything, he'll just have
he likes Commander more too.
Yeah.
Like,
he'll
Well,
just have 4 blue decks with the Brainstorm. That's ultra rare,
I mean, if you have the money, like, why not? What?
right?
Like he said on the Joe Rogan podcast, he's made worse decisions.
Was it the Joe Rogan or was it the other radio guy? I'm drawing a blank. Where he was talking about where Post Malone mentioned he's like, yeah, this was a hard sell to my financial officer, financial.
That was
advisor and
mentioned on the
stuff.
Joe Rogan.
It was the Joe Rogan one.
Yeah,
Okay,
because he
okay.
said he made a bit of a I can't remember exactly the word, but basically a kind of a
gamble?
wild waste of money in a sense. I can't remember exactly the word that he used to express it, but like he basically, like he said there, he's like, it was kind of hard to explain to my financial advisor on why I'm doing this, and it's like, oh yeah, I mean that's kind of a thing, but it is a fucking cool thing,
It's a very cool thing.
and if you got the money to do it,
I'm kind of rooting for Post Malone to come in here and swoop up those brainstorms now.
you can root
He
away.
probably will, or Cassius Clay.
Yeah, there you go. Cash Clay can get it.
Oh, what's the baseball player? Hunter? No, Pence. Pence. Who's the Pence?
I don't know the baseball people.
The baseball player that's into Magic. Pence. Right? He's
First
from
off-
is it the New York Giants?
First of
I-
all, we're
Christian-
all in front of a freaking computer.
Yeah, you have a computer to look this up. Why are you asking someone like me, who you know doesn't care about professional sports?
Okay. Anyway,
Has he been on? Has he been on a game nights?
It's Hunter Pence.
It is Hunter Pence. Okay.
Has he been on a game nights?
No.
Has he been on a Commander at Home?
I don't know.
Then I wouldn't know who the fuck he is. Okay. I watch Magic stuff, Matt. I don't
Okay.
watch other things.
Okay. Okay.
Silly,
Speaking of Magic things,
Danny.
I'm just here to control you guys.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Matt. I don't care about alchemy.
okay.
Neither do I.
This came from the Wizards weekly updates, and we're just bringing it here to let you know now. Is the Alchemy Karlov Manor is available tomorrow, March 5th, Tuesday, which has 30 new cards getting introduced to them in the Alchemy, Historic, Timeless, and Brawl formats. And the set includes new mechanic incorporated. There's a whole card image gallery and stuff. And along with this, there's also some rebalances of some cards.
Gotta fix shit, bro.
Yeah.
They help if you playtest your cards.
A little bit. The big two that they did name though are Fragment Reality and Geological Appraiser.
Fragment Reality is an actual alchemy card, while Geological Appraiser is an actual card,
Yep.
a paper card.
And the big changes they did here was we have Fragmented Reality changed exile target non-artifact creature, artifact creature or enchantment to exile target non-token artifact creature or enchantment and opponent controls. So I'm guessing there are some fucking weird shenanigans with that you could do.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't know because I don't play enough Historic Brawl to really care enough for that. But
Yep.
I mean, I got one in my roster because it's a cool card. I was told, so I was like, yeah, it looks sweet. And then Geological Appraiser, all they did was just raise the price by 1.
Yep. It's 5 mana instead of 4.
Yeah. And I got Fallout stuff on March 5th coming for Arena. And of course, they just talk about other stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's it for the Arena news there. The next one that I wanted to bring up is pre-orders
Yes.
for Modern Horizons 3 are out.
Oh my god.
I'm bringing
yes.
this up because we're going to talk about the prices of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna play this as kind of a little game here without looking at any screens. Scrolling down here. First up, we have the Modern Horizons 3 Collector Booster Box. Which has
$500.
12 packs, 180 cards. This is all Amazon pre-order prices. First off, check with your LGS to see if they're doing pre-orders and stuff as well, right?
Yeah, special deals, things, whatever
Okay.
they got.
So $500, you're saying? Danny, how much do you think this box is?
Dude, price is right. 501.
Ha! Yeah, price is
No,
right rule.
It's probably closer to 6.
Is it saying closer to 6?
Yep.
For 12
I'm going
packs.
575.
504.
Should have went 501.
Should have went 5-1. You lost out, man. I mean that, but this is just the start. It's not gonna be like that.
Yeah, that's
This is the Amazon hype. I mean, like,
Yes.
Lord of the Rings made sense because they fucking told you, hey, we
The
got a
one
one
ring.
of one ring collector piece in here, and these soul rings. Those boxes are still selling for. I'm gonna go look right now.
A lot.
yeah. Again, noted with the Modern Horizons 3, the full set's not out yet. These are pre-order prices, and yes, as was mentioned, prices do fluctuate for this. The fact, again, I don't know. We're going to take a small step here on my soapbox, talking about the fact that Wizards got rid of their MSRP for this kind of bullshit.
Still mad about it.
Very mad about it.
I'm very mad about it too.
And it's like, what are we at? Like 6 years after the fact? It was like at the start of the. No, it was at the start. It was before the podcast, so maybe 5 years. 5 years now. It was a bad decision because now you have like Amazon is setting prices that other LGSs then have to like go off of to try and
Well,
like, compete.
it's not even that. It's the fact that Amazon has all the stock, so they can just do whatever
Yeah,
the fuck they want.
because they're direct with Wizards, baby.
So Matt, quick side tangent.
So-
What do you want to throw out there is the average price of a collector display of Lord of the Rings right now?
So to confirm, Collector's Display has 12 packs.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I mean the same thing for the Units versus Beyond one. They didn't change that.
'Kay.
This isn't like double masters
Well,
and stuff.
yeah, I just want to make sure, the kind of
Yeah,
thing is like we're
this-
talking about a
this is
Collector
12
Booster box labeled on Amazon here, but you said display.
Well,
So
they call it a display.
'Kay.
It's a box, but
so
they
I'm
call it a
supposed to
display.
guess.
What do you think is the average price right now?
It's definitely going to be more than 500. I'm going to say, I want to say 750, but I'm going to lower my expectations and go 675.
Yeah, you're just wrong, so it's okay.
You're way off.
Way off.
Oh,
You're $200 off.
Yeah.
$900?
No, it's
No,
$429.
down.
Oh, okay.
420. So 430 is the average.
Okay, I was expecting it to be very expensive.
But that's not something to sneeze at, though,
No.
because remember,
That's all. That's
these
only
still have the soul rings.
yeah, that's only because the one ring was found.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, technically, these would have went down even further, but because people realized that there's only 20,000 copies of all the different types of soul rings you can get, which include their serialized versions and the non-foil serialized or the non-foil regular versions. That's inclusive 20,000 copies of those cards.
Yes.
And if you ever look at the prices of some of those serialized ones and non-serialized versions, holy fuck, that's just like great example. If you got a non-foil Elven soul ring, it's
Okay.
almost the exact same price as one of these fucking boxes.
Wow.
They're huge. It's 3,000, 300. Like so. Point is, if anyone feels like they want to give me a late birthday gift, like I will still take one of these boxes because I would love to get one. But that's the point I'm saying. This is things that are still existing. These are things you can find now. I'll say this too. The first one that I comes up to here from one of the sellers on TCG, they're selling it for $409.50 with a $10 shipping fee. That's a pretty good fucking price still. So back to the game and playing what we do.
I'm gonna cost you for over $400, but I'm gonna give you a tax of $10 for shipping.
Okay.
Well, you gotta make some money somewhere.
So we have the Fat Pack boxes, and these have
Sir, they're not fat packs.
bundles.
Thank you. They're bundles, sir.
There are
Johnny bundle packs.
9 play boosters,
Yeah,
30 lands,
10 of them, which
foil
are
promo.
not full art ones, right?
Yes.
Oh,
And those are the Eldrazi ones.
yeah.
Okay. And it comes with a special die. No image of the die yet, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, they showed an image of the
No,
die.
they had one.
Okay, then I missed that. So what do you think is the price for a bundle? 9 packs, die, box,
I'm gonna go with $80. I'm gonna go with even 80.
even 80?
Yeah, because normally these are like $30 to $40 anyways.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go right now. They're pushing 80.
And Danny?
Danny, don't really cares.
I'm guessing 130.
130. $94.
Ooh, look at me go.
$94. And then we have the Magic the Gathering Gift Edition bundle, which is fancy.
Fancier?
And has 6 play boosters and 1 collector booster in there, and pretty much like the same kind of stuff per usual gift bundles.
120.
120?
Same 135.
110.
We're both over. We both lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost.
And now we have the Play Booster Box, which has 36 packs, 504 Magic cards. And these are just the Play Boosters. So for a box of 36.
250.
200.
$378.
What the fuck is wrong with them?
Damn.
$378 for a fucking Play Booster box.
They're not gonna sell for that much.
Yeah. As you can imagine, as soon as these pre-order prices came out, people on the internet were very upset.
Amazon, you crazy. No one's buying this yet. We don't even know what's in the set.
You know that there's definitely people out there that have placed their pre-orders and stuff down, though.
Well, that's because they have the money to fucking throw at it. Why not?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just excited about that. I think we talked about the
Casey.
prices last. Oh, naive Anthony. Prices will only go up.
Okay, Casey. Like, you know. You weren't guessing, Casey. How do you really know?
So the dice are different from the fat pack to the gift
Hey,
bundle.
hey.
You know what? I don't care.
Not a fat pack. It's a bundle. You just
Nope.
said that.
I was just giving Matt shit.
Anyways, yeah. There's a different die for each one.
Just look at the website.
Yeah.
Magic's website.
They're pretty cool looking, though. I'm not going to lie. I like the dice.
The one's blue,
Well, they're
or
both
darker blue, and the other one's a light blue.
Yeah, they
The
got
Tamio blue.
nice little turquoisey color on the Tamio one there.
Mm-hmm.
And then darker. I like them both. I think they look beautiful. Then you just got the regular ones for the pre-stuff. Pre-release event.
Yeah.
I just want to know, man, who are the other 3 planeswalkers in this flip cycle they're bringing? I need to know.
Or are you
Jace.
going to take some guesses?
It's definitely not going to be Jace.
Oh, yeah. Jace already had one.
Yeah. In Magic Origins, we had each planeswalker.
Yeah,
So we know it's a Johnny, and we know it's Tamio. We have 2.
I'm guessing Garuk.
No.
No, I don't think they would. I feel like they would pick...
Why wouldn't they do Garuk? We need a bit of more story on Garuk since he's been gone. And
Yeah, but he
was a huntsman before he became a planeswalker. They showed Ajani what he was like before he became a planeswalker, and shit on Alara. So why not?
Do you know what Garrick's story actually is?
Not fully, right?
He wasn't a huntsman.
He wasn't a huntsman?
No.
Oh. Then
There's a lot of backstory to that, actually, because of the old comics and stuff that I got and everything else.
TLDR?
Yeah.
What's the TLDR?
Okay, so Garrick was, before his spark ignited, this is also if they ever retcon anything, I don't know for sure, but from Old Man Magic over here. So they put a story out with the comic book series they had there, Planeswalker 1 and 2 comics, which, if you guys have those out there, it's Tybalt.
Got Casey in the chat saying it's Tybalt.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad about that. I do love Tybalt, and his story of how he becomes a planeswalker is really kind of cool, in a bad way. But no, so he was young boy, and his father basically got killed in front of him by this I haven't read this in a while, so I gotta remember exactly how it works.
TLDR.
So basically, he takes revenge, and then because of that, his spark ignites, and then he becomes a hunter. It's weird explanation, because you would think that he's a beast guy or whatever, the way they set him up to be, but then they turn him into essentially turn him into the Apex Predator before he's the Apex Predator card.
Okay.
Because he's like hunting other beasts and stuff type of thing. It's such a weird fucking setup for his character, because I was like, I don't get it. But anyways, so the whole setup is like, it's not as interesting as like these other two. These other two are way better.
Casey in the chat saying again, it'll probably be an Oko that flips into old Oko.
Oh, sad panda. I don't know. I'm just gonna say my hope would be like they would do Tezzeret because his is really interesting. Plus, like we've talked about in Discord and everything else, he's got a lot of story left still because they left a lot of his stuff open in March of the Machines, and he's kind of the underlying like not counting the Eldrazi because clearly they're coming back finally to like kind of introduce. Well, Emrakul's out of the moon now, so we know that, but we don't know about the other two Eldrazi Titans.
From my understanding, this ain't story progression. This is just
modern.
No, it is, but they've stated in like one of the articles I was reading is like not every card is about progression. Some of it is, some of it isn't. Like Tamio's, they're just showing prior before she's dead.
Right, and this could also be the case.
But for Emrakul though,
Emrakul.
but she's Emrakul, the world anew, and it shows her coming out of the moon on her other picture. If you look at it, so that's where I feel like they're kind of pushing Emrakul back into the story, not as like she's gonna be the next bad we deal with, but she's a part of like the future progression of like Nicol Bolas and Phyrexia was kind of their just there it is right there. She's right there in front of the moon. She's out of the moon, dude. And her name is the World Anew. You don't name someone the World Anew and put them inside the moon. Right? Do you really do that? Do you really do that?
Hey man, I'm not.
I mean, you toss her out of the moon, all of a sudden she's got madness and she's cheaper to play. Makes sense to me. And she's taking control of everything now because she's getting pissed. Because now she doesn't have to worry about the Phyrexians or Nicol Bolas.
Here's my out of left field flip walker.
Go for it.
Ugin.
That would be cool. I will take that.
We got a Nikki B. A flip Nikki B.
Maybe we're getting
Flip
six flip walkers. Because he was in a core set for that one. That was a random throw in. He was in the core set.
Yep.
So once again, throwing that out there, I'll take 6 flip walkers. I don't care. I love the flip walker design. But like I said, I just hope it's like I would really be cool for Tezzeret because I'm a fucking simp for the Tezzeret guy. I love Tezzeret. He's my man.
And Tybalt.
I would, dude. If I didn't get Tezzeret and they gave me Tybalt, I wouldn't be mad. I fucking love Tybalt as a character because he's so stupid. He just is enjoyable. Otherwise, like I don't know who else they would pick because like clearly they're gonna pick like relevancy and then minorly some like past storytelling because like Tamio. Because I mean everyone loved Tamio though. That's a big thing too.
Flip Kaya would be interesting.
Kaya would be good. I could see.
No. They're gonna hit us in the feels. A flip Dak.
No, they won't give us Dak. Nobody cared about Dak enough.
Everybody loved Dak because he got done dirty in the fucking preview video for Ravnica at War.
Yeah, but that was like not everybody knew who Dak Faden was.
Yeah.
And he only ever had one card, so nobody cared.
Wizards gives winks, nudges to the players and stuff here.
I would say like
here's
Elspeth would be kind of cool too.
Ugin,
Well,
Dak Faden
Walker.
are two.
I just feel like I can say hands down that like I could see Ugin, but I also could say that like a majority of these would probably be they're all gonna be multicolored planeswalkers.
Do you think they're gonna do a flip Teferi? That
No.
seems like right there.
I probably wouldn't just because they have given way too many cards and they've already explained that he was a planeswalker prior anyways that went into the bubble world and everything else. So we got enough of that. Like I said, I think this is my prediction that if I'm wrong, whatever, my hope would be this. Ugin would be cool. I would really hope they do that. Just because the 6 planeswalker, it'd be also great because the whole thing that they've already teased that they are bringing snow-covered wastes and everything for the full art lands or Eldrazi stuff. So, I mean, that's awesome. Ugin would be a great tie-in because he's a part of the Eldrazi stuff. Now, the other thing I would say is that these are all going to be multicolored planeswalkers and that their first side, I would assume, will be monocolored.
Yep.
And then flip into a multicolor. So that's where my thought process is like maybe scouring through a lot of the multicolored planeswalkers and being like, which ones are you going to be there? Not bringing Dak Faden, Matt.
Dude, how people wanted Dak Faden in Modern. They got him in Legacy. Why
you
not?
Want to make a bet on that then too?
We making a bet on that?
I'll play Boosty for MH3.
MH3 play Boosty?
If it's Dak Faden? I'm saying no and you're saying yes.
I'm saying it's a left field one.
Well, I'm just throwing it out there if you want to make another bet on
I'm
this.
fine with making a bet on this, yeah.
Okay. If Dak Faden, I owe you a pack. If no Dak Faden, you owe me a pack.
Sounds good.
Deal. All right. So we got 2 of them. Write these down because I'm going to forget them right away. But yeah, so I would just like to see overall really cool choices. But like I said, Kaya would be cool. I think it'd be great because we didn't get a lot of Kaya out of where she came from and everything else. I mean, like we got a little bit from March where she's from because we saw one of the battles there. But other than that, I mean, I don't think Danny really cares what Planeswalker because he already got one of his favorites out.
Kaya has quite a few planeswalkers already,
She sure does.
but she doesn't have a flip. Garrick's not gonna have one because he already has a flip.
Yeah, it's true. That's also true too. He did have a flip in Innistrad, so like I feel like they'll just stay away from him. And also, like I said, he's not a very interesting origin story type one.
And
I think they're gonna pick people for relevance because the original ones were Gideon, Chandra, Jace, Liliana, and Nissa were our first 5, and then Nika Bolas was the core set one that came like a year or 2 later or whatever it was.
Yep.
So like I said,
5 years.
Was it 5 years after
he was in
Origins?
He was in M19. Origins was 16, 2016, 2015.
Well, it was
Yeah, it was
first.
2015.
So it was a year or 2,
Sure.
wasn't it?
For what?
I don't know. Go look it up. Find out. Find out when Origins came out for me.
Gideon doesn't have a flip card.
Yes, he does. He's Kithian,
Yep.
Iroas, and then he turns into
wow.
Gideon of whatever Justice. I have a deck of it for my son. Anyways,
I'm just looking at Scryfall and they don't have it.
type in Kithian, okay?
I literally typed in planeswalkers.
Ay. But yeah. So like I said, I would like to see.
For some reason, they do have it, but they had it as K's instead of with
Yeah.
Gideon.
They put because his first side, his real name's Kithian.
Hmm.
Because the story behind his was like when he went from Theros to the Shard of Bant on Alara,
Mm-hmm.
he tried to pronounce his name to them, and they heard it as Gideon Jura instead of Kithian Iroa. And I'm like, Jesus, that's crazy. Can't speak to each other. M19?
So yeah, came out in 2018.
18. It was they're years ahead.
Yeah, and then Origins was 2015, so 3 years.
Okay. All right, that's fine. There's a few years, though.
They should bring back Soren.
Yeah, they could.
Flip Soren.
I don't know, they could. I'm not saying no. So, but yeah, that would be my guess. That'd be the thing. That's what I got. That's what I know. Other than that, I'm just really excited for Modern Horizons. I want to see everything else in it. I'm really excited that they're reprinting the fetch lands finally for the good old allies, you know. But also remember too, don't buy fetch lands until after a few weeks to a month or so after a shit ton of stuff's been cracked.
Yes, this
Wait.
one. The unfortunate part is as expensive as it is, people are going to be buying it. Magic players are definitely known to split boxes with friends. So a $378 box, 150 split twice, 2 ways. Cards are still going to get out there. So yeah, be patient. It comes out June 15th, and wait till maybe end of August before we start seeing some prices. Yeah, there's going to be cards that like move up in price, like start low, but that's a lot of things. If you want to delve into that, then yeah, but be careful.
That's true. All right. Do we have anything else where we enter into our favorite time of the podcast?
No, I think we're ready to enter our favorite time of the podcast.
All right. So, Matt, before we start the whole Conjure Currency game and have Danny playing to overtake your spot of winning.
Oh, easily. He's going to do it.
Can you please give me a callback on the leaderboard right now?
Okay. So, leaderboard. We have Anthony, Garrett, Danny, and myself all on the board. We're playing for first quarter of the year, and then we're going to tally points and see how we each do. Right now,
we switched this to quarters now, huh?
I thought it was always quarters.
No, I thought this was for the entire year, but I'm okay with quarters. Well,
I mean, we'll total up and stuff.
We'll see what the first quarter looks like. We might have to do a buy thing because it depends if everyone's here or not all the time, you know.
I am sitting at 2.6 points. We have Anthony sitting at, doing math, 3.85 points.
Cool.
Garrett is at 5.25 points.
He had some pretty good weeks.
He did. He had a 2.5 week and a 2.75 week.
Mm-hmm.
Danny, last week, his first week, straight two.
Damn. Good job, Danny. Proud of you.
So, with that, What we do is you describe the card, and Danny will have to guess the format and the deck, why that moves up, and gets points accordingly.
And then, of course, if it's commander, you got to guess what commander it is versus the deck. And we might, depending on what it is, if you can't figure out the commander, I don't know. I think Garrett's a little more generous than I am on giving people like smaller percentage point pieces there. But, we'll go with what it is. So, also, I need a reminder because I'm so dumb at remembering this. Market and average.
Market is what people are buying. Average is what people are selling.
Fuck, I knew that. Damn it. All right, Danny. So we have the first card on the roster here. It is your friend. It is a part of the big deck from this past Pro Tour thing. The Vein Ripper. This is a vampire creature. 6/5. 3 colorless. 3 black. Newly fresh card out of Markov Manor. And it is flying, ward, sacrifice creature, and whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. Now, market price for and this is just the original copy. This is not the special version of the showcase dossier, and nothing with the pre-release one, but this is the regular one. So market price we have. Oh, also to mention too, sorry, that this article comes out usually on Friday, and we read this on Monday, so prices do change, just so people are aware. It is at $27.04, which had a 239% increase. Market price right now, they have it at $23.13. Average price, $25.89. Foils, you can find these for $31.40. European average is €14.24. And like I said, the dossier version, they show marked at like $54. Pre-release version, $39.94. All-time low for this card, $7.90. All-time high on the 24th of February, $32.99. Danny. Format, deck, commander, Oathbreaker.
Pioneer.
All right. What deck?
No idea.
No, you don't even want to give it a try?
Rakdos. I honestly have no idea what formats or
What deck?
what deck type. Some Rakdos deck.
You can give a 0.75 in this.
0.75?
Yeah, he gets 0.75. It is Pioneer. I thought even me throwing in that random clue at the beginning for you about the Pro Tour.
I knew it was Pioneer.
Yeah. I didn't know if you watched or not. So
No, I just was looking at it. It's from Marloff.
Murders of Karloff Manor. Yeah.
So it's like,
Okay.
okay, well,
That's
it's
fine.
Pioneer.
So anyways, I mean this. I don't want to say this was like an easy one, but it kind of was. But I mean, Matt could have probably guessed this wrong though, because he just said standard.
Matt would have talked himself out of
I
it.
would have.
You're terrible.
I would've.
No, it is Pioneer. It is. It was in the secretive low key deck that Channel Fireball brought of Rakdos Vampires. Like I said, I'll give you the 0.75 because you did say Rakdos. Because you're like, I don't know, but I'm gonna go with Rakdos. Sounds good. Yeah, this is one that they discussed about undervalued cards from Murders at Karlov Manor. Manor, MKM. We're just gonna go with that.
MKM.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, this is hard to talk some days. Another one they talked about in the article too was talking about how Cryptic Coat jumped up and like where and everything like that. But yeah, great card. It was in the winning deck that Seth Manfield was piloting. It showed a lot of power and potential. They also note too the main reason for the spike, of course, is because you have Sorin Imperious Bloodlord, which you're able to drop this on turn 3. People claiming this to be like a Splinter Twin combo-esque type feel because it was for Pioneer wise consideration. Other cards that also, besides Sorin and Vein Ripper, you have Preacher of the Schism, Fable of Mirror Breaker, and Smothered Copter being support card for this deck. So yeah, there was a lot of jump, I would definitely say, with these cards, and it's just a powerful card. And yeah, for Pioneer, this is great. So once again, though, wouldn't be anything without Sorin, though.
So Sorin jumped up to plus $40 as well. And the Sorin Imperious Bloodlord.
Yep. So if you got some of those, be happy. They're Yeah, just throw out there. Market price $40, average $43.83. Foils are at $58.34. Damn, dude, I bought some of these foils like for a little bit cheaper than that before the whole Pro Tour thing ended. Because I saw the deck and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna play this deck." I got to steal.
It's good to have that.
I don't know, right? Anywho, all right, going on to the next card. Going up in price, we have Damning Verdict. This is sitting at $17.39, which had a 65% increase. Damning Verdict is a sorcery out of the new Capenna constructed commander deck. I can't remember what's the commander's name. It's the Rhino dude.
Perry.
Yep. So this is for 3 and a white. Destroy all creatures with no counters on them. This has
Matt, you're losing.
one alternate version to it, which is a extended art one. We have the market price for this card, $16.70. Average price is $17.99. European average is €9.49. There are no foils for this one, so saves you a little bit of money. So the question is, Danny,
Commander.
what is the format?
Commander.
Who's the commander then?
I have no idea. Something to do with counters. I have no idea.
Give him half a point because that's all he's going to get.
That's fine.
That's all he's going to get. Yes, of course, this is Commander. As they talk about in this article, too, the good old love for sweepers we don't want or have sometimes. But people, they get in a heated discussion online about how good something is between, like, Sunfall, Farewell, White's had a lot of things, Wrath of God, everything else. Big thing about this one is that it's a great include, especially from the Perry the Pulverizer Commander Precon, but you also play around with like Rayhan, the last of the Obzon, like doing counter stuff. But the main reason this is getting pushed up right now is from the new pre-release include card, Volja, Jaws of the Conclave, which is a quick reminder. Good old big legendary wolf from Tolsimir's good friend there. Two in Naya. Legendary Wolf 5/5 with Vigilance, Trample, and Ward 3, and says whenever Volja Jaws the Conclave attacks, put X+1/+1 counters on each creature you control, where X is the number of elves you control, and draw a card for each wolf you control. It also had a little bit of a push from Sophia the Dog Detective, which is out of the new Precon for MKM. This is a Bant one that also revolves around the idea of like using dogs and everything else. So
It's Scooby-Doo.
it's Scooby-Doo.
Speaking of that, Matthew Willard is doing more Scooby-Doo.
I saw that.
Cool.
I was
There's
going to
a-
mention that earlier, but
There's,
I
a,
was like,
there's a headline. He got signed
Well,
up.
this is a
And
great fill-in for that. So
I'm hyped. As everybody knows, I'm a Matthew Lillard stan.
yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Matthew Lillard. He's a fucking cool guy. Yeah. So, but yeah, so that was the push for that. Moving on. Number 3, last and final one. There is no 4. I checked earlier. There's no 4. We have Gonti's Aetherheart sitting at $11.06. Had a 107% increase. This is a card that had literally just a pre-release version and in foils. But pre-release was $23.96 for its price. We're looking right now at a market price of $11.58. Average price $12.20. Foils for this card are $29.25. European average €3.83. Danny, can you please tell me what format is causing this to jump up?
Did you read the card?
Oh, sorry, I didn't read the card.
I'm reading it right now.
I'll let Danny think about it while I read the card for everyone else. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
All right, so we have Gonti's Aetherheart, a legendary artifact for 6 generic mana. Whenever Gonti's Aetherheart or another artifact enters the battlefield under your control, you get 2 energy counters. Count it, 2 energy counters. You can pay a total of
The worst mechanic out there.
8 total energy. It's really small on my screen over here. Trying to look away too. You can exile Gonti's Aetherheart. Take an extra turn after this one. What? Energy's a great thing. I loved energy. It was a good standard.
Terrible.
Clearly, he's not a fan.
No.
So what's your thoughts, Dan?
It's either Pioneer or Commander. I want to say it's Commander just because of the extra turns.
Okay.
And anything to do with artifacts. Clearly.
So you're going to lock it in with Commander
Yeah.
and artifacts?
Yep.
Not a Commander at all in mind? Not even going to try?
No.
Not even going to... Okay. Dan doesn't play around, Matt. Not like you. Doesn't play like you. So he gets half a point. It is definitely Commander. Because I'll tell you right now, this baby ain't Pioneer.
Well, it's like
Maybe, no, because even MH3 is going to have some energy stuff. It ain't going to help either. Maybe Modern will have some energy stuff. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, it is Commander. The main push for this right now is because of something we talked about coming out this Friday, which is the new Fallout decks. And one of those is a Jeskai colored energy-based deck.
Called Science.
Science! So yeah, this is... I would definitely say this isn't a huge push on price, but it's the one to watch. But yeah, the big thing is like this, Aetherworks Marvel, they had very small upticks because of the new Universes Beyond Fallout decks, Science, and because of Dr. Madison Lee, who's the main commander for it, as well as you have Liberty Prime Recharged, and then there's also Rex Cyberhound from it, which are the three kind of focused legendary creature cards in that deck that are pushing energy very heavily from what we've seen. Whatever else we have too. I know there's like a few other things with like proliferation, Gravestorm stuff, like storm mechanic stuff. I mean, like
Arguably, this could also be like affinity artifact stuff here as well.
I mean, it could.
One thing of note that makes this a very powerful card. Exile. You can sack it with the ability.
Yes.
And stuff. Like that's one thing that makes it. There's one way to break this. Like you could bring it back, or am I misremembering?
I don't know. I just
I
know
don't
you
think
have
so.
to exile. You have to pay the energy in
pay-
exile before you take the turn. So,
There's something that you can do if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, technically in Modern, you could use Karn to bring it back to your as a wishboard piece. You can't in Pioneer though.
Womp womp.
Wah, 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 wah. I mean, the reality is though, this is pretty cool. I could definitely say. So my thing is, here's my thing about it. This is something that I've been looking at as an idea in Pioneer for a long time, which is just like how to break like the artifact energy stuff. Because yes, there is Solemnity that exists, but that doesn't get played for anything. So how have we not seen like an energy Pioneer deck?
because it's trash.
No. It's a good mechanic.
Energy in Standard was trash,
But
but it also came out in a trash set.
do you not remember like the Pro Tour with the old
Nope.
Eldrazi coming out from Aetherworks Marvel?
Nope.
It was
I
not
remember.
trash in Standard. It was fucking bomb.
I got stomped by that. That's
Yeah,
what
that
made
deck
it
was
hard.
fucking killer. Like I played that deck for a while and then I switched to something else because I got bored. But no, energy was not fucking trash. This thing was beautiful. Now everything else, the reason why we have a commander deck coming out to push it, I mean we need that because anywhere else it's fucking trash. It's
Like
a
I
weak.
said, it's a trash mechanic.
It's a weak mechanic outside of Standard when it came. Okay, that's how it is. Pioneer could be a different story. You never know. If I prove everybody wrong with it, cool. I'm gonna go for it. But point stands.
It's trash.
I will definitely say for this is one of the three cards we talked about for going up in price though. This is the one I would definitely watch to go back down in price if you want to get it. Because after the Fallout decks come out, everyone's gonna get their copies they want, and no one's gonna be buying anymore. And you can just get a regular one. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So, Matt, can you tell us what we have for cheap pickups?
I can indeed. First up, we have from Lost Caverns of Ixalan. It's the Lite Stalker, $2.10, slowly moving up, and this was picked up by the MTG Stocks Premium Penny Stock feature. This can be an important card. There's a lot of online brewers talking about this in like Dimir decks and Standard and Pioneer. Legacy, this was getting played by Thraben U as a thing.
Oh yeah, I watch his channel a lot too.
Yeah, Thraben U makes good content. Not sponsored. Go check him out though, because yeah, you want to watch some intense gameplay. Him, Bosch and Roll for sure.
Yep.
Next up, we have Rishadan Port, the M25 version, $8.49, slowly moving down. This is a card that is a lot more backbreaking than you think when you use it correctly.
Yep. Legacy All Star,
Yes.
Vintage All Star, and I don't remember what other deck. I know some of the control decks like to run it in Vintage, but like Legacy, it's very heavily used in your stacks decks.
I think it was also like a Knight of the Reliquary deck as well. 'cause
Yes,
you can
yes,
like,
yes.
get that up very easily
Yep.
there, if I'm not mistaken.
But yeah, controlling people's lands. It's kind of nice.
Next up is Horizon Canopy, the Doctor Who printing. I don't know which deck that one came out in.
I don't
the
remember
Doctor
which
Who
one it
Commander
is.
decks. $2.25 and moving down. And there you have it. That's your weekly winners and your conjured currency section.
Can we get a recap on points right now?
Yes,
of first through last.
Okay, first place, we have Garrett at 5.25 points. Next up, we have Anthony with 3.85 points. Third place, Danny, 3.75 points. You're only 0.1% behind
Cool.
Anthony right now, and that's because Garrett gives off odd points.
Like I said, Garrett's very generous with his points, and also he makes like really weird points sometimes.
0.75 is not a weird point.
That is not a weird
No, that's not. But the fact that I have
0.85.
I have 0.85 though. That's the thing. Like,
And I at 2.5 or 2.6.
once again, you had a 0.1 in there.
I got a
added to
0.1.
something. So like, it's just whatever. It
But
keeps it interesting. Okay.
So leader, Garrett, Anthony, just barely behind. All it's going to take is Anthony to have a bad week or Danny to get the full Monty, and
Or I'm gonna get the full Monty one of these times.
and I'll clearly never get the full Monty. I'm going to be holding last place. I'm going to be the caboose.
Well,
And I
like,
hold
like
it
I
with
said,
pride.
we'll see. We'll see how the quarter part goes if we can do quarterly. Otherwise, this might have to be a bi-yearly situation.
We will find out.
So, how much time do we have left for the quarterly? Like, just the end of this month, right?
Yeah.
Well, Danny's even got how many times now coming up here? I don't know. He's still doing pretty good in the lead there for it.
Yeah, so we each have 3 times.
Yep. Okay.
Because when you're here, that'll be your weekend. And then it'll be...
Well, next week's you, technically.
Yep.
So that'll be your last week for the quarter.
Yep.
Then it'll be me.
Then Danny.
Garrett.
Then it'll be Garrett.
I'm after Garrett.
And he's after Garrett. He's
But we're going to have to change it if you got...
No.
You got
He'll make it.
He's 2 Mondays off in a row.
Yeah, but we still have.
That's it, yeah.
But we have an extra week though this month and this month or
Okay.
this one. So like
The
we
math,
have.
the math checks out, nonetheless.
I would be my third one would be the first.
Well,
Okay.
Danny would have to play on the first. It's just going to be that way.
Well, that is my week.
That's fine.
So
12
Yeah.
weeks.
It works out. It's fine. We started this after a week anyways. It doesn't matter. We make up the rules of the game we want to play. Okay?
Points don't matter.
The points don't matter. We are
Except if you're mad.
So go check out TCG Sniper. They're an amazing price tracking website. You get notified when cards move up or down in price that you set at your own whatever you want. If you want to know when Gonti's Aetherheart moves down and stuff, or if you want to get notified on when the prices of the Commander or the Modern Horizons 3 stuff on TCG Player, when
Yeah.
that gets put up there, when the pre-orders go down, get notified on that as well through TCG Sniper.
Hey, what if you mention us to those guys?
You will get 3 months free of their Plus program, which gives you unlimited cards to enter.
Oh my God, I could do all the cards.
You do all the cards, all the products, but if you just sign up for their free account, honestly, that alone is still worth it. You get
15?
50.
50?
50.
I thought it was 15.
I think it's 15.
15. You get 15 cards.
I missed 15 cards, products, and whatever else.
Yeah,
That's
still
on
good.
TCG, so it's all good.
Keeps you up to date with that. So, you guys have anything else you want to add to this before we hit that outro?
I sort of do. I found a quick blog talk, but it's just more of a quickie one, so it's not really an interview or another episode.
Do it up real quick.
So this one comes from King of You 115. Is committing a crime purely the act of targeting an opponent or something of theirs, or is it from resolving a spell / ability that targeted an opponent or something of theirs?
Oh, yeah,
that's a
the
good
new
question.
mechanic.
So they go on. Basically, if I cast murder on their creature and they counterspell it, did I still commit a crime? What if I sacrifice their creature in response, causing murder to fizzle? So it's quite simple. If you cast murder, your opponent counterspells it, you still commit a crime. So yes, attempted murder is a crime.
So essentially, for the new mechanic of committing a crime in Magic,
You can
as long
stack
as-
targets.
as long as you targeted the player or a thing that the player owned,
Yes.
which includes also spells because you counter target spell.
Yep.
As an example for counterspell.
Countering a spell is committing a crime?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're targeting them.
Because you own the spell that you're trying to cast.
I thought it had to be permanent.
Nope,
No.
It's a spell.
Oh, sick.
That's why they phrase it as targeting the player or targeting something the player owns.
Yep.
Okay.
And you own the spell.
Dope.
So you can get multiple triggers off of committing a crime without actually hitting anything.
I'm going to be committing so many crimes with counterspells.
Hey, guess what? We commit crimes every day when we play our podcast.
Woo!
And our pods also on Saturdays.
And if we take after Casey, who told us what committing a crime was last week, you get free pre-release if you commit a crime by bringing a gun.
No. We do not condone this. Do not do this. That is stupid. I will say, like, I really enjoy the mechanic mentioning of like the idea of crime for like
Murders?
cowboys.
Oh.
No, just like the idea of
Fred-
Thunder Junction being all about like
Outlaws.
cowboys and the outlaw of the West and everything like that. But I feel like Watsy, you should have probably like right away thrown that out of exactly what it is versus people having to ask and then Blog a Talk later go, hey, here's what it is.
Well, when we get closer, they'll have the release notes. The release notes.
I
that'll
know.
go
I'm just
into
saying,
deep
like,
detail. We're just in the pre-everything.
But I'm saying though, you show something off with like
A new mechanic.
a new mechanic specifically also says commit a crime because this is also a kids game too. This isn't just adults.
13 plus. 13 plus.
That's still a kid.
Yes.
But the point is, just maybe kind of explain it a little bit better. I'm just asking that part. I'm not saying you can't have this. You can have this all day. I'm okay with that. It's the idea of words. Words are powerful, so we need to be careful sometimes.
So commit crimes, kids. Get into that pre-release for free.
Don't listen to Matt.
Commit crimes only on paper. Nothing more.
Don't write down your crimes. That's how you get caught.
No, you don't. Shut up.
You
Shut
know,
up.
You know how many people have been caught, been solidified their crimes because they wrote them down in a journal or they had.
I'm going to usurp you from this podcast. You shut up. Yeah, don't write in your journal, you weirdo. Oh, just end this, okay? This is over. You're committing a crime by keeping this here.
Oh, pew pew pew.
Pew, 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 pew.
Thank you to all you legendary magic folk for making it to the end of episode 221 of This Week in MTG. As we wrap up another episode, we want to extend our deepest gratitude to our incredible listeners and Patreons. Your enthusiasm fuels our passion for all things Magic the Gathering, and we're honored to be a part of this vibrant community. Stay tuned for more exciting updates, discussions, and insights in the world of Magic. And until next time, may your mana be plentiful and your draws ever favorable.
Raid out.
Keep gathering those magical moments.
Bye.
Raid out.
Who are we rating?
I was gonna say if you want to watch Magic, Level Up, and Minnesota's on.
Do it.
Oh, we only got one person we're rating.
Oh, they have 5 guys watching.
That's okay. Rate them.
So who is it?
Level Up Minnesota or
Sorry.
MN.
Exclamation
No,
point.
backslash.
Backslash raid. Raid.
Level Up MN.
Level up. MN.
Yes. Monday Modern at Level Up Minneapolis.
Sweet.
Okay. Well, this is going to be exciting.
Yeah.
I got to look them up here as well.
Danny coming in with a new hot pick.
For sure.
God, I'm jealous of not having the ability to fucking sit on Twitch and other things at work sometimes.
God, why is this not rating?
Well, because I didn't hit raid yet. I wanted to pull.
I was like, why is it taking so long?
And send them out.
Get him.
It's empty. Yeah, I'm not sure if they actually have anyone sitting down watching the stream.
Yeah. Just fair.
That's fair.